Hi guys, let's start the outlook with the monthly time frame as always, because we are always and every week doing the top-down analysis on our assets. And before that, of course, we need to drop the economic news calendar. We can see on Monday that we don't have any news. On Tuesday we have news, red folder news, as well on Wednesday. On Thursday we should avoid that, and it's a bank holiday, so USD and the XY won't move. And Friday is the end of the week and the last trading day of the month in TradFi markets, so don't push it. I will say that the focus for you on the trading week should be in the first half of the week until Wednesday and on the Wednesday because of the news. So let's see what is BTC doing. On BTC we can see that we have this monthly FEG from which we can move either higher if we respect it, or if we disrespect that FEG, then we are gonna seek the opposing liquidity that created that FEG, which is this low, swing low on the 74.5k. So far right now it still have 7 days to recover, but it's not looking the best. Why? Because when we go to the weekly time frame, we can see that in 3 hours the weekly breakaway gap is forming, which is a bearish sign. It's a fair value gap that should not get filled. Why? Because the third candle of that FEG creation is closing below the second low in that FEG creation, and we are disrespecting the previous week low if we get the close like this, which means that our draw on liquidity and bias should be this low, which is then aligning with that monthly as well. So it's all pushing us to go lower right now. That's the scenario. But on the daily chart we can see that we are pumping a bit, but usually Sunday pumps are a scam and we just retrace. We still have those FEGs to move lower from. The first one is failing so far right now, which is good, but like I said, it's Sunday, so I'm not confident in that. We'll see how it goes into the week, but this is the next one that we need to disrespect to move higher. But after that, then we have more speed bumps, such as this weekly breakaway gap. Let's go to the Ethereum. Ethereum is doing basically the same scenario. I think the fear is ongoing into the market, because this is like really nasty close if we are gonna get a close like this with big displacement. And for example, if you look at the November 25th 2025, sorry, and let's see, I was checking up that we can see that we started the bear, but hopefully that won't be the case. Basically this was the run up, this one, and this was this second one. But like I said, we can still respect that FEG, we still have time, or we can just displace or respect that low and go higher. And yeah, my bad, it was not in the economic news calendar, it was not the last trading day so far. So on the BTC, right, on the TradFi market it is. So let's go to the Ethereum. It either respects and offer fair value to move higher towards these highs, or it disrespects and go lower. And we have this breakaway, this FEG right there as well, which is the target if we fail from this one. This is on the monthly, then we always go to the weekly. We see what's the situation there. We can see that what are we doing? We are disrespecting the previous week low right there, which means that we are potentially gonna move lower towards this, which is gonna be the previous week low in 3 hours. So it's not looking the best as well on the Ethereum side. It's also got the daily push context to the lower side, but in no fair value gaps like BTC has. So BTC was much weaker because it made those daily contacts to go lower, while on Ethereum we do not have any, which is good to see, but still on the weekly it's really bad. On Solana, I'll just chart the few of the strongest ones because other are just really bad. But on the Solana we still have some chances because we're sweeping this swing low so far right now. But if we fail to move from this low, we still have this one. But if we are going to go to this one, we need to firstly disrespect and close with this candle below that low. Hopefully that's not the scenario. But if that's so, there could be like pretty good buying opportunities on Solana, for example, for the long term, or staking DCA or some stuff, depending on your investment strategies. Weekly is rejecting really nicely today, and weekly candle is closing in a few hours, but we're gonna create a small breakaway gap right there, which is gonna be a small speed bump if you're going to go higher. We are disrespecting the FEG, which is a bullish sign. If we close like this today, we're going to disrespect this bearish level, and we are potentially going to move towards the high that is going to be previous day high in 3 hours, which then we can move towards the weekly breakaway gap right there. This is looking good because we're respecting that swing low on the weekly as well, giving some reactions. All the other altcoins are really bad, so don't even bother looking at them. For example, Tau is looking good, rejecting with the wicks. We can spot it like that. Ooh, hype was... I didn't even notice that hype retraced that much. This is insane. ASTER is killing it, holding up much nicer. And yeah, ASTER sweeping the previous month low, but the chart is new, so there's nothing much. On the weekly we are sweeping the previous week high, which is not the best, but we are just consolidating, no specific levels. And on the daily we are also just currently sweeping the swing low. If we start to create bullish FEGs, we need to firstly disrespect this speed bump on the 4 hour, but on the 1 hour we are already creating the change of delivery towards the previous day high, such as this ones. Zeds as well. What it needs to do now, it needs to disrespect this. This is looking good. Weekly is also looking good inside the week, didn't sweep the previous week high nor the previous week low, but on the daily it needs to disrespect this FEG for us to move to new highs, and it created a low resistance liquidity run right there, which is, this should pump like crazy if we're going higher. And these are just the swing failures, and there is a lot of resting liquidity there from shorting people, and it's in my long watch list. Other than that, I would say to be safe and don't over leverage and use risk management, and for now focus, if you're buying on spot, focus on the multi-cycle coins and multi-billion coins such as Solana, BTC, Ethereum, even ASTER, because we got big conviction in it. And that's all. Happy trading and be safe.